Hello guys, welcome to chapter 15 part 1 video. In this video, we will see some basic concepts about life insurance and the life tables. Okay, so the name of the chapter is the life table. The life table. All right, chapter 15, the life table. So first of all, in any insurance policy, what you do is you pay premiums, you insurance company. What you do is you pay premiums, and in case of death or injury, depending on the type of policy, you receive a claim, you receive claim amount, correct? So now this claim amount is the benefit that you are receiving. This claim amount is the benefit you are receiving. Is also called as benefit. It is also called as sum assured. That is the amount that the insurance company assures you that it will pay to you in case if the certain event happens. Like for example, in life insurance, on death. Then in case of health insurance, in case of illness or hospitalization, any medicine cost, in case of motor insurance, auto insurance, that is in that accident हुआ और उसका जो भी cost हुआ वो केस में life insurance policy we will pay. Okay. So now CM1 mainly focuses on life, the life insurance part. Okay. CS2 will focus on the general insurance part. So right now, general insurance includes all life insurances except for life. That is health, motor, and so on. So CS2 covers general insurance. So right now, general insurance is not our focus. Our focus is only life insurance, that is death wala. Okay? Moving ahead. So first of all, this claim amount is also called as benefit and sum assured. So note this down, because that is the different terms they may write in the question to confuse you. All right. So now we'll go ahead and see some terminologies. See some terminologies in this life tables. So let's see. Let's go ahead. First one is called as LX. What is LX? It is number of people alive at age X. Matlab, if I write L50 equals to 60,000, that means at the age of 50 years, there are 60,000 people alive. There are 60,000 people alive at the age of 50 years. Okay. Always remember that LX will be always greater than equal to LX plus 1. LX will always be greater than equal to LX plus 1. How is that? Let's see. Agar today people are age 60 and 61, so which people at what age the population will be more? It will be more at 60, right? Because 60 and 61 के बीच में थोड़े लोग मर जाएंगे. And if no one dies, then it will be equal. But the population at age 61 can never be greater than the population at age 60. Correct? ये कभी ज्यादा नहीं हो सकता. It can be equal or less. Correct? So that is why LX greater than LX plus 1, greater than equal to LX plus 1. Generally greater than ही होता है, equal to rarely आता है, because थोड़े लोग तो मरेंगे ही. Alright. Second, DX. What is DX? Also, if you remember chapter in your 12th standard, there was a chapter called as life tables. So उसमें maybe you would have seen terms like this. बट ठीक है, अगर नहीं भी याद है और याद नहीं भी किया है तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, यहाँ पे पूरा स्टार्टिंग से ही है. ओके. व्हाट इज DX? DX इज द नंबर ऑफ पीपल दैट डाई बिटवीन एज X and X plus 1. Between the age of X and X plus 1. Okay. तो मतलब if I have given you D60 equals to 1000, matlab people who are people who died between the age of 60 and 61. People who died between the age of 60 and 61 are 1,000. That is, they touched 60, but they did not touch the age of 61. All right? Okay? Simple. Third concept, PX. PX is the probability that a person aged X, that a person aged X survives to till the age X plus 1. Till the age X plus 1. Okay? So it is the probability. अगर P60 ले लो, so it is the probability जो the person who is 60 today will survive to the age of 61. Will survive to the age of 61. Okay? So अभी ये P60 कैसे आएगा? Okay, so people at the age of 60 are L60. People at the age of 61 are L61. So if this population is 60,000 L60 पे, and if population at L61 is 57,000, so now tell me, how do you calculate? कैसे आएगा? So how many people out of the 60,000 survived? 50,000, 57,000. So 57,000 people survived till the age of 61. And what does it mean? The probability that people will survive from the age of 60 to 61 is simply L61 upon L60. So 57,000 upon 60,000. So how much will this be at 3 zeros cut? This will be 1920. So this will be somewhere around 95%. So 0.95. That is the probability. Correct? So what will be the formula? What will be the formula? Px will be equal to Lx plus 1 upon Lx. Okay? Px will be Lx plus 1 upon Lx. Also, one more thing. Okay. Yeah, how do you calculate this dx? So assume that at L60 there were 60,000 people. At L61 there were 57. Again, I'll take that example. 57,000 people. Then how many people died between the age of 60 and 61? So D60 will be L60 minus L61. So 60,000 minus 57,000 equals to 3,000. So therefore, from this, what do you understand? That dx equals to Lx minus Lx plus 1. समझा कि कितने लोग मरे तो current age minus the next age. All right. These formulas are important. They will be used in certain sums. The certain sums will be designed in a way where you have to use this formula. All right. So do not please understand it. Do not let it go. What is Qx? Qx is the probability that a person aged X dies before the age of X plus 1. Before the age of X plus 1. Okay. So this is basically the ulta, the reverse of Px. How is this Px? Px it was surviving. Here it is dying. All right. So now let's say again same example, L60 equals to 60,000, L61 equals to 57,000. So how many people died? D60 kitna ho gaya? 3,000. So what is the probability of dying between 60 and 61? So Q60 will be simply D60 upon L60. But 60,000 में से 3,000 लोग मर गए तो probability क्या होगा? 3,000 by 6,000, 3,000 by 60,000, sorry. But 3 by 61 by 20 is 0.05 equals to 5%. So we write it in 0.05 terms only. We do not write it in percentage terms. So 0.05. All right. So what is the formula of Q60? Q60 is simply D60 upon L60. Okay. But now इसमें D60 क्या है? What is D60? तो sorry. So Qx is simply dx upon Lx. From this we can see Qx equals to dx upon Lx. But what is dx? Dx is simply Lx plus Lx minus Lx plus 1. And the denominator is Lx. So this is the formula for Qx now. Also, if you notice one thing, this is 0.05, this is 0.95. Any person at the age of 60 will either survive to the age of 61 or will die before the age of 61. So that means that Qx plus Px should equal to 1. The probability should equal to 1 of these two. So therefore, Qx equals to 1 minus Px. All right. Okay. So let's go to the next terminology. Next terminology is NPX. Okay. So now what is NPX? It is the probability that a person aged X will survive to age X plus N. That is, he will survive for n years. Okay. So again, example, L60 मैंने ले लिया, let's say again 60,000. But now instead of L61, I'll take L65 as 55,000. 45,000 ले लेते हैं. चलो, 45,000. ठीक है? So now, what will be 5P60? That is the probability of surviving 5 years at the age of 60. 60 years के लोग 5 years survive करने का probability क्या है? It will be simply L65 upon L60, which is 45,000 upon 60,000. Cut. 3s are 4s are 75%, 0.75. Correct? So from this, what is the formula for NPX? NPX equals to L X plus N, 60 plus 5, 65. So L X plus N upon LX. Cool. So this is the formula for NPX, that is surviving for more than surviving for n years. All right. So now NPX हो गया, तो क्या आएगा? Next sixth वाला NQX. Correct. What will be NQX? It will be probability that, simple reverse of NPX, that a person aged X dies before the age of X plus 1. Dies before the age of X plus 1. Before the age of X plus N. Okay. Okay. So now same example as usual. L60, 60,000. L65 equals to 45,000. ठीक है. Now इसके पहले वाले सब में एक ही साल का गैप था, 60, 61. So we could find D60. ठीक है. अभी 5 साल के लिए there is no such thing as ND60, NDX. ऐसा कोई term नहीं है. ठीक है. There is no such term as that. So what will we do? How many people died though in this? 15,000. So how will we calculate that? So simply 5Q60 will be 60,000 minus 45,000, the number of people died, upon the population at start 60,000. This will be 15,000 upon 60,000, 0.25. Correct. So from this, what do you see the formula as? NQX is, ये क्या था? LX था अपना. This was LX. So NQX equals to LX minus this was 45,000 L65. So LX plus N upon LX. Okay. LX minus LX plus N upon LX. So this is the formula for NQX. Now, one more thing. As I told you, between the relation between PX and QX, similarly there will be the same relation between NPX and NQX. A person who is alive at the age of 60 will either be dead or he will be alive at the age of 65. He has to be one of these two. So the probability should add up to 1. So therefore NQX will be 1 minus NPX. Alright. So going ahead, we'll do some more concepts. We'll do some more concepts in this video. This video is basically introducing you to all the terminologies. There won't be any other concepts, but these concepts are more important. So do not, think that this is just theory. No, these are the basics for the further videos, further concepts. All right. Next concept is N deferred. So this sign means deferred. What does it mean deferred? What does deferred mean? So generally, in general terms, deferred means delayed, or it's simply delayed. Deferred means delayed. All right. So now, what does it mean here? I'll explain what this terminology means, what these symbols mean. This is the probability that a person aged X. So this is always the age of the person, X side. So that always remains the same, that a person aged X survives for N years, survives for N years, that is till age of X plus N, that is till age of X plus N, and then dies within the further M years, that is between ages X plus N and X plus N plus M. Okay. So again, example time. समझाता हूँ एग्जाम्पल से. L60 60,000, L65 45,000, L68 40,000. Okay. So now what is the probability? What will be the probability that a person survives for 5 years and then dies within the next 3 years? Okay. तो मतलब L60 से L65 तक वो है, but इसमें वो मर गया. ठीक है. So you have to find this probability. So how do you find this? So in short, you will have to break this down into two parts. First of all, surviving for 5 years, it will be 5p60. And once he has reached the age of 65, he has to die within the next 3 years. So you multiply it by the probability of dying between the next 3 years. ठीक है. ये हो गया. This is one formula. Secondly, what you can do is of the total people alive at age X, so the probability है तो नीचे तो यही आएगा, total people alive. How many people survived? 45,000 survived till this age, minus 40,000 survived till this age. So we want to know how many people died between these two ages. We will simply do the subtraction, find the deaths between these two ages and divide by the people, all the people alive at the start. All right. This is one method, and the other method is this. This will be equal to 45,000 upon 60,000 into 45,000 minus 40,000 upon people alive at 65, 45,000. This gets cut, and the numerator is same as this, denominator is same as this. So both ways you get the same answer. So the formula becomes, finally the formula becomes in terms general terms, N deferred MQX equals to NPX into MQX plus N. यहाँ पे 65 हो गया ना age. All right. Or you can write it as LX plus N minus LX plus N plus M upon LX. These are the two formulas for deferred that you can use. Very simple formulas, nothing complicated in this. Now, for this seventh terminology that we learned, now there is a correlated one more terminology. It is very simple. There is nothing difficult in it. So I'll just copy this entire thing down. Let's see. Okay. I'll remove this. Okay. Now instead of n deferred mx, if you have been given just n deferred qx, okay, there is no m here. Okay, so what do you do in this circumstance? Okay, so this is the probability that a person aged x, that's the first line will always remain the same, that a person aged x, but now what do you do? What is this deferred? So when there is no deferred, this means it is n deferred 1 qx, that is m equals to 1. So if m equals to 1, you don't write anything here, it just disappears. All right. So then what is it? Probability that a person aged x survives for n years, that is till the age of x plus n, and then dies within the next 1 year. Within the next 1 year. Within the next 1 year, that is between the age of x plus n and x plus n plus 1. All right. So it's simply that now instead of m, we have 1 year. So what will be the formula? N deferred qx, very similar. It will be npx. Instead of mqx plus n, now it will just be 1qx plus n. And 1qx plus n is simply qx plus n. Dying within the next year is simply qx plus n. All right. Also, yeah. So side note, if there is 1px, it simply means px. 1qx simply means qx. All right. This is a side note. All right. So what will be the formula for this n deferred qx? It will be npx into qx plus n, which if we write in those lx terms, it will become lx plus n minus lx plus n plus 1, people who died between these two ages, upon lx. Simply, everywhere, I've just replaced m with 1 because that's all there is. There is nothing complicated in this. All right. So if one more thing, since now there is only a age gap of 1 year, ये L65 और L66 है, तो इन दोनों के difference है ना ये L65 L66, correct? So now what is the number of people that die between in 1 year? So therefore n deferred qx can also be written as dx plus n, people who died from the between the age of x plus n and x plus n plus 1, dx plus n upon lx. All right, because it is 1 year gap, you can use the dx term also. All right. Okay. So now there are few further some concepts. Okay. I'll do 2 more concepts in this video, and the remaining concepts we'll do in the further videos. All right. So the 9th concept for this video is tx, and the 10th concept is kx. Okay. Both of these concepts we will do simultaneously because they are very closely interrelated. So this is the complete future lifetime of a person aged x. That is a person aged x. Okay, first of all, I'll write this. This is a current future lifetime of a person okay. This is the current future lifetime of a person aged x. Okay. So let's say there is a person aged x. There is a person aged 50. a person aged 50 today. Today he is aged 50. He dies at the age of 55.5. Okay. So what is the complete future lifetime of this person aged 50? T50 क्या हो गया? He died within 5 years. So T50 will be 5.5. ठीक है. Curtate मतलब क्या होता है? Curtate means whole number of years. Whole number of years surveyed. Not exact, but in whole numbers. So how many whole number of years did he survive? He survived 5.5. He did not survive 6. He only survived 5 full years. So therefore, K50 becomes 5 because he survived 5 full years. Samjha? So therefore, what we understand from here is Tx is a continuous random variable because death can happen at any time. It is a continuous random variable. But Kx is a discrete random variable because it can only take values at integer numbers, that is 5, 6, 7, whole number of years. So therefore Kx is a discrete random variable, but Tx is continuous. ये 5.56 years भी जी सकता है, 5.893 years भी जी सकता है. He can live any amount of years. That is why Tx is a continuous random variable. All right. So now two formulas to understand here. So what is the probability that this Kx is a certain constant K? So ठीक है, example ले लेते हैं. What is the probability that a person aged 50 survives for 5 years? This simply means that, he dies within the next, he survives for 5 complete years. Okay. What is Kx? That he lived 5 full years but did not live 6 full years. तो क्या हो गया? Example में जाते हैं. So that is the probability of K50 equals to 5. So that means he lived 5 full years. Okay. He lived 5 full years. But then he did not live the 6th year. He did not complete the 6th year. So he died within the next 1 year. He died within the next 1 year, which is simply, if you see what is this the formula for? This is the formula for deferred, phi deferred Q60. Correct? So therefore, from this, what will be the formula of P of Kx equals to K? It will simply be K deferred Qx. K deferred Qx. समझा क्या हुआ? इसका what is K50 equals to K का what does this mean? That he survives till the age of 55 and dies before the age of 56. All right. Now what is the probability? Second. Okay. Abhi, since Kx was a discrete random variable, we can take an equal to probability here. Okay. But Tx is a continuous random variable, and in continuous random variable, probability at one point is equal to 0. If you remember your basics, probability at one point is equal to 0. So what we do is P of Tx less than equal to n. This is how we calculate. And what does this mean now? What does this mean? That is P of T50 less than equal to, let's say, 5.5. What is the probability that he dies before surviving for 5.5 or for surviving maximum of 5.5 years? Simply 5.5 Q60. He dies within 5.5 years. Simple. So in short, P of Tx less than n becomes n Q x. Simple as that, nothing complicated. But from this, what we derive is P of Tx greater than n. क्या हो जाएगा? If less than n ये है, so this becomes 1 minus nqx, which is simply npx. All right. So I hope you understood all these concepts till now. I hope you're not confused. So that is it for this video. In the next video, I'll take some further concepts and then we'll do some distributions, some assumptions of how people die. All right. So I'll see you in the next video. That's it for this video. Bye bye.